Thank you, everyone, for staying with us. You've been listening to some of the aspirants seeking the ticket of the People's Democratic Party. For now, maybe one person we know in the APC who wants to be president is the incumbent president, Muhammadu Buhari. So there's been a lot of contestation, a lot of debates as to why does he want to seek re-election, and if truly he's going to be the candidate of the APC, what are the issues? And those are the issues that we are breaking down for you. Whoever wants to be Nigeria's president, we need to put those issues on the table: health, education, security, the economy, corruption, several issues that needs to be brought on the table. Who fits the seat of Nigeria's president? That's the conversation tonight. And this gentleman in the studio with me, the APC chieftain and the spokesperson of the APC in Lagos, Mr. Joe Igbekwe, sitting side by side. Though they're not agreeing at all, he's a chieftain of the PDP, Mr. Segun Showunmi, and also the spokesperson of the Atiku campaign organization. Before we went on that break, I was going to allow Mr. Igbekwe some more time to speak on, because I gave you pretty much, because I'm calculating the time, because politicians, they say you gave me 12 minutes, you gave him 8 minutes. So we need to balance this up. That's what we do here on Channels Television. So, Mr. Igbekwe, let me give you about a minute or more to balance up what the time Mr. Showunmi has spent. As it stands right now, a lot of issues will be on the table, and people will be asking the question: why should they vote President Buhari? Should he get a ticket again? Your party promised 3 major things: fight corruption, issues of security, and the economy. Do you think your party has performed?
You see, if you do not know where you're coming from, you may not know where you are going. I want to ask you a question. You don't ask me a question. Has he given corruption a bloody nose in this country? I will say yes. Bloody nose. In the sense that this is the first time in the history of this country where somebody will return millions, return houses, people, return cars. And it does not mean anything to you.
And it also mean something that there are talks about the fight is one-sided?
It's not one-sided.
And there's a lot of witch hunts. Those are some of the criticisms.
A figment of the imagination of people who destroy Nigeria, and they will not want anybody to fix it. The man is fixing Nigeria big time, but it will take time. I'm not a lawyer.
So we need another 4 years. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. 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 Because a country that was brought down in 16 years cannot be fixed.
And do you think that Nigerians understand that language?
We are explaining to them. There's nothing you can do.
You think that explanation we do for 2019?
Especially when the stolen money is no longer flowing. When people go to steal money, the like they have done in this country, though, where would they use it? They go to build houses. They go to buy cars. For their girlfriends, they travel. They buy houses all over the world.
So it's not happening right now?
Where is it happening?
I'm asking, is a question.
Where is it happening?
Is it happening?
Some people will tell you that it's happening just to justify they are stealing for 16 years. But you know, they will not. Somebody who is used to easy money will not believe will not ever trust this president.
Mr. Showunmi,
they are knocking their heads against
will Nigerians believe your party? Because he has ascribed a lot of issues that your party is alleged that your party has participated in a lot of destruction of this country. Those are his words.
Look. You should just tell Joe to look at the accounts of Lagos State that he has worked in, that has been in opposition, and tell me that they've not been stealing the place blind. But I'll come to
those are strong allegations.
Very, very
so when
strong.
You make allegations,
he made very strong allegations.
But I asked him to substantiate.
Yeah, I'm going to substantiate some of them here. First is that underneath the APC government, the NNPC accounts now is shrouded in a lot of mystery. Nobody knows who is approving subsidy and how much is being paid. And suddenly our subsidy budget has ballooned beyond our imagination. People have cut grass at humongous amount of money at the expense of people that are really desperately poor. People have brought in people that they found money in people's houses underneath the, what's the name of that guy that was in charge of Nigeria Intelligence Agency, and we can't hear anything about it. The whole place is just a mess. What you see going on that they're calling anti-corruption is nothing but a usage of the machinery of government to witch hunt and harass their perceived enemy, whereas they turn a blind eye to all their friends. Look, my brother, we have all accepted that the standard by which we measure how well our country is doing towards corruption is Transparency International. This government of APC, of Buhari, have consistently been dropping. There is no reason for them to drop if there is no evidence that they are stealing and the mindless boggling stealing is more. Are you not amazed that they claim to be spending so much in the economy, and yet the entire economy is so dry and there's so much poverty? The only guess you can have is that somehow the money is being drained only by the quiet friends of theirs who are not telling the others. Away from that, look, anybody can be the candidate of another party. I do not begrudge them the right to give their ticket to their candidate. But you will just ask a question. Is it truly realistic for a so-called progressive party to become a fiefdom that only one man can be available to be president per time? Even if they had a modicum of decency, they would even allow some of the other members to challenge for that place, and maybe the man will beat him in an election.
But that's not the first time we are seeing
well,
that.
The only time it happened in our time, we paid dearly for it. And so they're going to pay very dearly for it.
So your party is afraid of that man too?
Nobody is afraid of him.
Your party is not afraid of running against
Buhari
in 2019?
Let me explain something.
Considering his antecedents.
Let me explain something to you. What are his antecedents? Whatever he thinks he has in Kano is gone because Kwankwaso is no more there. Whatever he thinks he has in Kwara is gone because Bukola is no longer there. Whatever he thinks he has in Adamawa and Zebaran is gone because of Waziri and a host of other. Whatever he thinks he has in the Middle Belt is gone because of the fact that he had allowed bloodletting there that has left unmeted. Whatever he has in Sokoto is gone because Tambuwa is no longer there.
And Wamako, what about Wamako in Sokoto?
No. What you see, I'm not saying that Wamako will not pull his own, but at least he's not going to get whatever it is that Tambuwa brought to the table. You have to understand that this guy has contested the election before and he has lost.
Just a moment. There are other issues.
He's going to lose now.
There are other issues.
Unless, of course, he rigs.
There are other issues that we need
and we won't let him
bring into the table. And it's some of the internal politics of the APC. Before the big stage, it said a lot of talk about who will be the candidate and how this process will bring a candidate.